Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to a video that I'm really excited to film. My 90 Lacquer Welcome Home collection came in, and so we're gonna do a year late swatch and review of this collection, but I also just want to talk about my experience with the brands and the polish and all of that, because if you watched my wish list or my brands I want to try this year video, then you'll see that I had a pretty good interest in not only this collection, but 90 Lacquer itself as a brand. And it's a brand that I've wanted to try for a really long time. The founder of this brand, JustFace90 here on YouTube, she was the first nail YouTuber I ever got into. So when she released her own brand, I really wanted to try it, but you know, I was broke and younger, and I didn't have the money to really throw into indie nail polishes. And so I just kept putting it off, and it sat on my wish list. And, you know, I have tons of her polishes just sitting on my wish list. And then this collection, the Welcome Home collection, based off of Animal Crossing, it came out along with, probably coincided with the launch of Animal Crossing New Horizons for the Nintendo Switch last March. And I was like, I gotta buy this. I have to have this whole collection. I really needed it. I wanted it so bad. But I just couldn't justify at that point spending that much, because we had just entered quarantine. You know, my job was looking uncertain, and I didn't want to spend, you know, quite a bit of money on something when I could lose my job the next week. So I put it off, and finally I just bit the bullet and I did it. And I'm really excited because I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan. I've been playing since I was in the 6th grade when the original game came out in the US for Nintendo GameCube. I own the N64 cartridge in Japanese because it came out on the N64 in Japan. And I'm obsessed. I've bought every single iteration of this game that has ever come out. I literally wait until they announce an Animal Crossing game to buy the newest Nintendo consoles, because that's really what I do. Is I spend $300 on a console and then I just play Animal Crossing. But anyways, we're going to get into the swatches right now. I'm gonna show you each polish. There are 9 in this collection of a variety of finishes, and then we will rejoin back here. I'm going to tell you my favorites. I'm going to tell you about my experience with the company, the pricing, and all of that good stuff. So stay tuned. Up first, we have Perfect Apple, which is of course inspired by the fruits you can collect in the game. This is described on the website as a red foil metallic. Now, if you watched my Holo Taco foil review, you know, like, foils probably aren't my favorite finish, but there are 3 or 4 foils in this collection and they all perform so well. Like, this one is almost a 1 coater on my fairly long nails, I would say longer than most, and it's just such a rich red that I feel like, I guess it leans a little pink, but oh man, that is a sloppy swatch. But I just feel like this is such a beautiful color. I know this was a spring release, but I can even see this as a really good summer color as well. Next is Recycle. This is inspired by Reese, who ran a recycling hub in her original appearance. This is described as a pink crelly with blue, red, and yellow glitter. I think this one is really cute. I love the very bubblegummy kind of pink. Kind of looks like candy. Here you can see a good shot of the brush that 90 uses. They're kind of fluffier, thicker brushes, and they get a lot of product. So I feel like they're pretty good for these Crelly style polishes because you don't really have to fish too hard for the glitters. Now I do 3 coats for this one and 2 of the other Crellies. One of the Crellies was just a 2-coater, but that's to be expected with my nail length. And Crellies, you know, they have to be a little bit sheerer so that you can see those glitters really at play. But it looks really cute. It's really fun. I think this one is a great polish. Next is Sisters in Sales. Now, this one, of course, is based off of the Able Sisters. It is just a really fun polish. It's called a Mint Crelly with various shades of matte glitter. There's something very springtime about this one. You know, oops, I spilled it a little bit. But the green reminds me of like grass, and then all those like colorful glitters just remind me of the flowers starting to pop up. So I think this is a really cute, you know, April, May kind of a polish here. And again, I do 3 coats with this Crelly just because the color is a little bit lighter. My nails are a little bit longer. I think if you had shorter nails, you probably would only need 2. But also, I just wanted to pack on as many of those fun, colorful glitters as I could get because it's just a really cute concept behind this, I think. And here's my swatch photo. Next, we have Owl Assessment. This is based off of Blathers, who he assesses fossils in your village. This is a navy jelly base with silver holographic glitter, and you can see that that hollow is really packed in there. It looks really nice, and you know, it being a jelly, of course, this one took multiple coats as well. It's, you know, even sheerer than those Crellys, but this color, you know, you can see on the first coat, super sheer, but once it gets built up, it is so pretty, and you have all that hollow. This was one that in the bottle, you know, I thought, okay, it's pretty, but it's just a hollow. I have plenty of hollows, but I forget that indie makers tend to go nuts with hollow. They really pack it in. So it's really just, you get a lot more bang for your buck than if you got like a China Glaze hollow. You know what I mean? I feel like indie makers really take care to put all their ingredients in such a good ratio into their polishes. And it just looks so deep, so beautiful. It just reminds me of the night sky. This one is New Horizons. This is obviously the name of the newest installment of the game. This is a sky blue Crelly with gold holographic microflakes. Now, these microflakes are so beautiful when you get this on the nail. I mean, it looks nice in the bottle too, but it's just so delicate looking. And I think I have a couple polishes like this where in the bottle you can see the gold flakes, but once you get it to the nail, those flakes don't really translate. However, I did not see that issue when it came to this particular polish. In fact, you know, I think the gold microflakes are very apparent. I think that they stand out and they contrast really well, but it's still subtle enough that, you know, it's not like a bam in your face kind of look. And you can see me being messy with my swatch here. But yeah, you can really see those pop out, especially in the swatch. I think this is a wonderful polish. Up next, we have Fortune Telling Feline. This is based off of Katrina, who used to tell your fortune in some of the older iterations of the game. She hasn't showed up in the newest one yet. This is another one of those foil metallics, this time in purple, obviously to match her kind of color scheme, as you can see. This is another one where, you know, it's a little bit sheerer at first. This is more what I expect a foil to look like on the first coat, but it does build up fairly well. This one is probably my least favorite. That's not to say that it's bad. It's just, like I said, I'm not a huge foil person, and this color, even though purple is one of my favorite colors, it's just not my favorite kind of purple. It's kind of icier. It's a little bit more, I don't know, would you call that lavender? I'm not sure. But again, it performs just as well as all the other polishes in this collection, and I'm glad I have it. Next is That's Mr. Nook To You. This is Tom Nook's nail polish. Now, at first when I looked at this, I thought like a brown Crelly glitter, like what is going on here? But then I got it in my hands and I really saw the colors coming out in the bottle. This is described as a brown Crelly with dark brown, copper, bronze, and black glitters. And those copper and bronze glitters contrasting in that brown, there's just something so pretty about it. And I love brown nail polish. You know, recently I've been trying to wear a lot of the untrieds in my collection, and I really find myself wanting more browns for my collection. I don't have enough, in my opinion. So I think this is a really great addition to my collection. I think it looks really pretty. This is bells, bells, bells. Now, bells are the in-game currency that you use to buy things and all that. This is just a gold foil metallic, but I will tell you this: the first uh, the first stroke on my nails, I was blown away. I don't have, like, I have a few gold foil nail polishes, but nothing as opaque and just like shiny and foiled as this. And I think it's so funny because like foils are probably my least favorite, but two of these foils in this collection are like instant favorites for me. It builds up in two coats so well. I don't see my nail line. I love this tone of the gold. It's just really pretty. The shimmer of that foil is just really catching in the light. I cannot wait to wear this. I think this is going to be great for summer for me. And finally, we have Snitches Get Stitches. This is based off of one of the Animal Crossing villagers. This is a white crelly with various shades of green, orange, pink, and blue matte glitters. This one straight up looks like, you know, the strawberry Pop-Tarts with like the white frosting and like the speckles of sprinkles, and I think the blueberry ones too kind of look like this. That's the vibe I get from this polish, and I love it so much. I love any nail polish that looks like a dessert with sprinkles on it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because I'm hungry. But so this is a white crelly. It did take me 3 coats to build up on my nails, but that gave me so much more opportunity to layer a lot of that glitter on there and kind of play with it and position it the way I wanted. So I really love this polish, and I think it looks pretty good in comparison to the character inspiration. So what did you guys think of this collection? Do you guys own it already? I know it's been out for a year, but I just think this collection is super cute. I think she did a great job with the inspiration. I like that she didn't limit herself to just the current game. You know, she's got callbacks to previous iterations of this game. As far as my favorites go, of course, I have more than one. I have 2 this time, and they are Snitches Get Stitches, which is the white kind of crelly base with the rainbow of kind of neon fluorescent type glitters, and then Recycle, which is the pink crelly base, similar polish, just it's got blue, red, and I think orange glitters in here. And the reason why I like both of these together is they remind me of frosted animal cookies. You know, those pink and white cookies. I'll pop up a picture because these were like my favorite snack as a kid. And so I just feel like wearing them, you know, like alternating on each nail, I think would be really cute. They also kind of look like those weird powdered sugar cookies that you can get pretty much everywhere. So as far as this collection goes, there's a variety of finishes. There's a lot to choose from. I like that it's not, you know, one-toned. The collection, if you buy it as a whole, like I did, as just one big set, it's $84, which saves you $5 if you were to buy them all individually. They are individually priced at $9, $10, or $11, depending on the finish. So I would say that's that's really reasonable for indie polishes, especially considering I think that she does everything herself. I don't think she has a team or anything. So really good price-wise. As far as my experience with the brand goes, when they arrived to me, they were packaged incredibly well. They were in 2 bubble mailers. So the first one was encapsulating, the one that had my address on it, had a second one inside, and then inside that one were all the individual polishes, which were each individually wrapped in bubble wrap. So there was no chipping, no breakage, no nothing. They weren't rattling against each other. And that second bubble mailer was wrapped really like snugly around, so there wasn't any possible chance for the polishes to jostle. So she did a really good job with the packaging. So as far as the shipping process goes, it did take a little bit longer. I'm sure partially due to COVID, but also because this is, like I said, one person doing everything. The website does tell you it's going to take 5 to 14 days to process your order, and then after that it's shipped. So for me, I placed my order on January 24th, and then I got a notification that my shipping label was created on February 1st. And then on the 2nd, I started to see movement on the shipping label. And then on the 4th, I received my package to my mailbox, which, you know, the process of it shipping out and arriving that fast, I don't think that everybody's going to have that like 2-day turnaround, because I live, I don't know, like 5 or 6 hours away from where it shipped, because we live in the same state. So that part was speedy, but just keep in mind that the processing time could take a little bit longer, but trust me, it is worth it in the end. So let me know down below, do you guys own any 9-0 polishes? Are there any that I should check out? I'm really eyeing, she has like a smoothie bar collection, which they're really like fluorescent looking, and I love like a good neon looking polish. And she has like a supernatural collection, which, you know, I used to be pretty into supernatural, so I might pick up some of those. But let me know down below if you have any experience with this brand and what polishes you really like and recommend. And let me know from this collection if you have a favorite, and also just let me know if you play Animal Crossing, because I am obsessed with the game. I play it every single day. I even got my boyfriend into it, and he's like a kind of a shooting game guy, so the fact that he got into Animal Crossing was pretty cool. But just let me know down below, and we will chat it out in the comments. Bye.